Hey guys, so here I have a 5-point race harness that I need to make brackets for on the Toyota Starlet. And yeah, so I started working on the templates by using the RAM board, cardboard that you could get at Home Depot or Lowe's. And I need to be able to bolt these into these brackets that I'm making. They also have like a 6-point, but I'm going to do a 5-point on my car. And yeah, so every like 3 points, the ends look like this. So I got to make brackets for those, and then that goes to my crossbar, ties into my roll cage, because that one doesn't have that point. It's just a strap. Yeah, so I'll show you guys what I've got. These are the brackets so far that I've been working on. So I need to make 2 of these because I also got to work on the passenger side. So actually I have to make 4 of these. I have to make 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 1 of these, or 4 of these. Yeah, see, because this one's gonna, I need to cut it to length, but that one's supposed to support, like I'm gonna weld it like that, and then weld it like this too, and it won't flex. This one would go right here. This other bracket would be welded here. This other bracket welded right there. And then I'll be able to weld this tab on there, and then I'll weld a nut on this side, and then just one of the points will be bolted on right there. So I got to make all those brackets, and I've actually already started. So here are those strips, and here are those 2. Here are those other ones, 2 of them, and then 4 of these tabs. Cut this one, and then I'm gonna weld right there. So this bracket, the one I was just showing you guys, that one will be welded right there, like that, and then put the little tab up top. Yeah, so I'm gonna start cleaning all these brackets up and then putting them together. Weld that, and then that'll reinforce this piece, and then weld one of those tabs like in the center, and that would be for this one. Well, I'm gonna tack them into the car and then put the seats in there, and then once I know everything's perfect, I'll weld them in and then paint them. So this little machine is what I'll be using to clean up the brackets. This is, you could just pick this up at like Harbor Freight. This is kind of a real nice tool to have. Yeah, so it works. It's not the best, but it gets the job done. Anyway, just do that. So I want to be able to take off or remove all that and just make sure I get a straight edge. I mean, it's pretty straight now, but you know, just clean them up. And then they get hot after a while. It'd be a good idea to wear some gloves. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the belt. And again, I got all this stuff at Harbor Freight. When you buy this, it's like a process to take the belt off. You have to like unbolt a whole bunch of stuff, and I think it has like some cover on it. Now I can easily just, pull this lever, and it loosens this, and I can just easily remove this. If you make those modifications like I did, I think I flipped this and then welded this on there. So I can do this with one hand now. And before you had to, you know, take off a whole bunch of brackets. And I did that for the simplicity of me just be able to take the old one off. I can do this within like a few seconds, and then just push back, and it's on, just like that. I'm gonna work on the rest because this process takes a while. I also use a grinder. If you want to take more metal off, I would probably use like a 60 or 36. So all done cleaning up the brackets. What I did is cleaned up all the areas where I'm going to be welding. Yeah, next I will be drilling, making some holes on this side just to make it a little lighter. And then make some holes on this one, because that's where the harness is going to be attached to. And then I pretty much rounded everything off. As you can tell before, you can see all the marks where I had made all those cuts. See how much I had to take off. This is all metal dust. Look at that. Anyway, wow, it feels pretty good. And wow, that's feels really good. So that's how much I had to remove to clean them up. I think it took me longer than I thought, probably like 2 hours, just been at it. Here I have the brackets with a hole cut into it. I should probably sand that, it's a bit rough. But yeah, and then the way I was able to bend this for this 90-degree is I used the bandsaw and marked on this side and then marked on this side, and then just carefully cut it on the bandsaw from here to here, and then the one side cut a little bit more than halfway through, put it on the vise, and then hammered it to the angle I wanted, and then I just tacked it on both sides, that way it doesn't break apart. Then you weld it. This one's still hot, just welded it now. I'm gonna weld both sides. Yeah. Here I have the 2 other brackets after everything has been welded together. These were those strips. And this is overkill. Like all this, it's really super thick metal. It's more than I need, but you know, better safe than sorry. So this is what this one would look like after I weld that on there. Something like that. So it would look like this one. It should be welded like that when I'm done. So I got all the brackets welded on the vehicle. I'll eventually get to painting them. There's that other one over there. And then here is the other one. So this is the driver's side. I'll show you the passenger. And this is the passenger side. Looks all right. Then there's the center part. All right, so the harness points are all done. There's that one. And if you look down here, there it is. And then in between the seat, it's bolted down there. And then the two shoulder ones go through the seat to the cage. And then when you want to release them all, just twist this and they all fall apart. This seat is only for mock-up. I'm probably going to end up making my own seat because this one's pretty heavy. And yeah, so I'll probably be making my own seat. That way I can make some more room in there as well. So that's it. Finally finished the 5-point harness. So I'll catch you guys on the next video.